Another episode of The Walking Dead on AMC has come and gone. And I don't know. We got a lot of things to talk about this week. Before we jump into some guy, awkward. I just wanted to say a big thanks to everybody that watched the show this past week. We kind of blew up on Facebook with our last week's episode. Lots of likes, lots of comments. Thank you for all that fun stuff that you guys do. Comments are the biggest thing. If you like the episode, just hit the like button. If you really like the episode, hit the share button. I really like that. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button or share or subscribe. There's lots of ways to stay connected with us. Again, comments are the biggest thing. Thank you so much for watching the show. But we have to talk about some guy. Oh, man. For the past few weeks, I've kind of been talking about Ezekiel being the most annoying character on the show. And this was a full-blown Ezekiel episode. He wasn't like over-the-top Shakespeare like the king like he's been previously. But I started to think to myself, I was like, okay, this is actually a decent episode. It's a good character study about a character that's gone into the zombie universe and built up this mythos, and then it got crushed and everything came crumbling down. And so how do you come back from that? But then I was like, I really don't care about Ezekiel. I was like, shit. I was like, this is a character that I don't really, have feelings for. If there was more of a connection with Carol, like if there was more of a romantic kind of thing with Carol and Ezekiel, I might have been pulled a little bit more into it. Jerry, I'm more connected to Jerry than I am to Ezekiel. So seeing him sad and seeing him stand up, I was like, oh, Jerry's here. He's the best. Spoiler time. So spoiler alert right now, if you haven't watched the episode, stop watching right now because I'm going to talk about spoilers. You've been warned. I'm going to say spoilers 3 more times, and then I'm going to say what I want to say. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Okay, so I've read all the comic books, and that's the whole reason why I'm a fan of The Walking Dead is I think they've done some amazing things in the comic book medium themselves. And knowing that Shiva was going to die, or did die in the comic books, that was so gut-wrenching to me. And then to see it like, oh, maybe they're not going to go that direction. Maybe they're not going to go that. And then I saw the tunnel, and I was like, oh no, this is the spot. And then Shiva came out of nowhere, and then kind of has like a weak death, just kind of sacrifices herself so that they can move on and go on. But it wasn't like epic, I mean, you can only do so much with CGI, but still, I was kind of sad, and it still like knocked me for a loop. And that's what The Walking Dead does really well, is it gets you to care about people, and then it sucker punches you in the gut with the death scene. You're like, oh, this universe sucks. But I'm more curious now about Ezekiel moving forward. Now that the kingdom and the king is kind of crumbled, where does he go from here? How does he build up that mythos again, or how does he grow as a character? And now I'm kind of more interested in him because I think he's gonna ditch the thous and these and all this other stuff and just be like, shit, like this is really rough living out here, and we're gonna try to rebuild and take care of things. So I'm excited to see his arc moving forward. Carol, I might have said Beth earlier in this. I apologize. But Carol, she's just hardcore, and she's a death machine. I'm trying to think of what was going on over there. Then Rick and Daryl show up, and that kind of concludes it a little bit. But, goddamn, where's Negan? Where's Negan in all this? Where is Negan in all this? And it got me thinking about if Negan is not in an episode, is the episode a waste? Because Jeffrey Dean Morgan is an amazing, charismatic actor, and he kind of like towers over everybody else in the series. So when he's on the screen, he's like, ooh, what's he going to do now? Oh, I can't, oh, he's just, the dialogue just kind of flows off of his tongue, and just he's so Negan-esque, and it's like, Negan wasn't in this episode. It's kind of a waste. And that got me thinking, and I'm always going to have this parallel because the universe is growing, and they kind of went in this direction, is Walking Dead versus Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones does a really good job of cramming a lot of characters into a single episode. So if you're a big fan of Tyrion, he'll probably show up for a little bit, and you'll get your fix, and then you kind of move on to Jon Snow and Dany and all the other dragons and blah, 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 and you get to see all the characters in an episode, and you're like, okay, good. But then when people kind of skip over for a few episodes, it's like, oh my God, where are those characters? And that's the same thing with The Walking Dead, is that, Negan started off the episode, but now he's been gone. And you're like, okay, where is Negan? Because it was kind of left on a cliffhanger. And, like, instead of being like, where is he? And I'm so excited, I'm kind of annoyed at this point in time when you've gone the show. Next episode, they've said that he's going to be there. It's going to be a big conversation, but seriously, could they have divided that little conversation up into the previous 4 episodes and kind of like moved you along and just fed you a little bit of the craziness instead of giving you a full episode of Negan? And so it's a balance. I don't know. You tell me what you like. Do you like a full episode of Negan, or would you like to see like little small bits and pieces of him in several episodes? I'm more of the several bits because I like the continuing story, the overarching story of a series. And these one-offs are really good, but still I'm like, there's some characters I really want to see more, so it's kind of tough. And when they do it, you're like, why'd they do it? I don't know. But sound off in the comments below. Tell me if Negan is not in an episode, is it a waste? Like, that's the question. Yes or no. Put it in the comments. Give us a like, share, thumbs up. Those are always good. Again, I'm Matt Sardo, and this is Monkeys Fighting Robots.